Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you how I resized these skirts here. They used to be huge and funky. Now they're very cute and fitted. Please make sure to give this video a like and subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you on the next video. The first skirt I'm going to be working on is actually out of my thrift haul that you might have seen before. Here's a little snapshot on the side. I actually got this skirt at Goodwill. And then this other skirt is my model skirt. So this skirt actually fits me really well, and it's going to be basically my pattern for these skirts. So right now I'm just laying it over my army skirt and just kind of checking where I'm going to be removing fabric. So right here you can see on the sides it's too wide, and unfortunately that means I'm going to have to lose part of this pocket. But that's one option, or my other option would be to remove from the back side, and I'm going to show you what that would look like. So right here on the center line in the back, I would have to pinch it and remove fabric from there. But if I were to do that, the two back pockets would actually clash, and I feel that that's a lot more awkward than if I just lose a little bit of the sides of the pockets, because I mean I don't really walk around with my hands in my pockets anyway. So here I'm just turning my army skirt inside out, laying it flat on the desk, and then I'm going to be placing my model right over that, and I have the front sides kissing. And now with a fabric marker that kind of just fades away after a little while, I'm just marking an outline so I can see where I'm going to have to pin my sewing pins. So once I have all the pins where I need them on this skirt, I'm just going to take this over to my sewing machine, which by the way, you can totally do this by hand as well. Of course, it's going to take a little bit longer, but if you really want to make it happen, you totally can. I do recommend, however, adding extra stitches in there since it is by hand. You just want to be safe that it's not going to pop open. So once trying on this skirt, after I sewed it, I'm going to be cutting off the excess fabric here on the sides, and luckily the length of the skirt was perfect, so I did not have to do anything to the length. For the next skirt, I'm going to be working on this denim Tommy skirt, which actually I believe is from the same thrift haul as the last one. I got these at Goodwill. And actually I did the exact same thing with this skirt that you guys just saw, but the length on this one was just not right. It was too long for me. So I decided to just chop off the length that I didn't need and just distress the skirt. So it made a really cute kind of just like distressed denim look. And the way you get that distressed denim look, basically you just have to pull on the threads at the end of the skirt, and you can also use like blades or like tweezers, anything like that, to roughen up the ends. It also helps a lot to throw it in the washer after you're done with this. I just didn't have time to do that, but I will eventually. Finally, the last skirt I'm going to be working on is this very trendy gray kind of plaid skirt, again from Goodwill. I love my Goodwill. The only thing is that this one I couldn't really remove off of the sides because, as you can see, it had this closure, a little button. I mean, I could have, but it just would have made things more complicated. And it has this simple back, so I figured I'm just going to take it in, just kind of like pinch it on the back side and remove from there. So first I laid out my model skirt again with the front side facing up, and over this I laid out my skirt inside out with the front side facing down. So again, front sides kissing. I used these little clamps that I actually got at the dollar store. They were so useful for this project. So what I did is just shape my plaid skirt to the waist, to the width of the waist of my model skirt. There you go. And I use these little clamps to just put it in place. That way I could start pinching the back side to try and figure out how much I'm gonna be removing. And all my DIYs are like this. I don't really measure anything. I just kind of go by what I see and what I feel. So now I'm just pinching the backside. Like I said, I want to make sure that I pull it in to where I don't have so much excess fabric. And this little lining, I wish I would have removed it because it was giving me so much trouble, and at the end I actually end up cutting it off. So I don't know, just go ahead and pinch the backside and pin it in place so that you know where you're gonna be sewing. So you're gonna want to go ahead and sew what you pinned, and then go ahead and try it on and make sure that it fits you well before you cut anything off. And if it does, then go ahead and cut off that excess fabric. And this is actually the part where I decided to just remove the entire lining completely because it was so annoying. So now I'm just going to be removing length off of the skirt, and I'm just going to be bringing it up right to where that stitching begins in the center of the skirt. So I'm folding it up all the way around and kind of just flattening it out so that there's no wrinkles and bumps. You can also iron this part so that it makes it easier on you. But I just went ahead and left it like that, and then I did actually measure this part, well, kind of, sort of. I took a little measuring tape and I just measured certain parts of it just to make sure that it was the same length being removed all the way around. After pinning it, I took it back to the sewing machine and just did a tiny stitching all the way around because I didn't want it to be very noticeable. As you can see, it's teeny tiny and you can't even really see it. But then I was left with a lot of excess fabric, so I just cut that off, and I'm kind of thinking about making a headband now. Maybe. But for now, my skirt is complete. I know I said I'll see you on the next video on my intro, but if you got to this part of the video, I just want to say thank you for watching all the way to the end. Thank you so much. Leave me a like, and I'll see you next time.